Hi children. So in this video now let us understand some inner parts of the hibiscus flower. Before that now let us understand the two important part of the hibiscus flower, that is the male part of the flower as well as the female part of the flower. So which is the male part here? Which is the female part? See, the male part of the hibiscus flower, it is called as the stamen. It is called as stamen. So where is the stamen? What does it consist of? See, you can observe the yellow color part here. Can you observe the yellow color part? So this yellow color part of the flower, we call it as anther. The yellow color part we call it as anther, and this anther is connected to this part with a small thread like structure. You can observe. So this structure we call it as filament. We call it as filament. Yellow color structure is anther, and the anther is connected to the main part, that is thread like structure, we call it as filament. Okay, and this whole anther and filament we call it as stamen, and the stamen is the male part of the flower. Stamen is the male part of the flower. Okay, so now let us understand the female part of the flower. Can you observe the upper part here? See, they are different from this part. Okay, this part. Okay, so this is the female part. This, I'll just open it and show how does it look. So this is the female part of the flower. So this female part, it consists of stigma, and a long tube is there. Now this is called as the style, and below there is ovary. I'll show where is the ovary. Okay, now I will remove this. Let us observe where is the ovary. Okay, so if you observe here, you can identify this is the stigma and this is the style, and here is the ovary. Stigma, style and ovary. What do we call it as? We call this stigma, style and ovary as the female part. We call it as pistil. We call it as pistil. Two things we have learnt. One is the stamen and another one is the pistil. Stamen is the male part of the flower. Pistil is the female part of the flower. Okay, what do stamen contain? It contain anther and filament. What do pistil contain? It contain stigma, style and the ovary. The lowermost swollen part of the pistil is the ovary. Okay, the lowermost swollen. Swollen means ootkondide anta. Okay, so this part is called as pistil. Now I will show what is present inside this part. This is the ovary, correct? I will show what is present here. Okay, so when we open, you should not hardly press. See, when we open this part, inside you can see. Can you see this is a tube-like structure? I'm extending now. See, this is the tube-like structure. I told you no, this is the pistil, female part. Okay, so this pistil is connected till here. It is connected till the end. I will show you. Let me remove the male part of the flower. See, you can observe here. Can you see? If I'm extending, it is still extending till the bottom. It is connected till the ovary. It is little bit delicate, so we have to remove slowly. I don't have blade at home, so I'm just removing by hand. Okay. Okay. So now it is perfectly removed. So now you can easily observe very clear children. See, you can easily observe the female part of the flower. See this one. This is the female part of the flower. I told you, no, the upper part is called as stigma. Okay, so here pollen grains enter. Stigma, then you can see that here inside this region the pollen grains enter, and here what happened? Fertilization takes place. So this is the inside part of the female. Okay, so now I will show what is present inside. See, and it's just remove like this. Let us see what is present inside the ovary. Can you see how beautiful it is? See, this part is called as ovary. I think you can observe this part is called as the ovary. So inside the ovary, what is present inside the ovary? See, inside the ovary there is a grain like structure. Can you identify? See here, the grain like structure. You can also take the hibiscus, slowly open the below part. You can see the grain like structure. Can you identify the grain like structure? And this grain like structures, they are called as the ovules. The grain like structures, can you identify? So these grain like structures, they are called as the ovules. Ovules are present in the ovary. So this part is there, no? This part is called as ovary. Ovary is the female part. Can you see the extension of the ovary? How beautifully it is extended, and it is very delicate also. Okay, it is very delicate and it is beautifully extended till the ovary. And this ovary contains the egg. We call it as egg actually. So they are also called as ovules. Can you see? So these are the ovules. They are found like a grain like structures. Clear? So I think children, you all have understood the inner part of the flower as well. Once again, at last I will revise. See, so we have learnt about the hibiscus flower in the video. We have also understood the different parts of this flower. Okay, the different part of this flower is the petals, sepals, correct? And also stamen you have understood. You also have understood the pistil, that is the male part of the flower as well as the female part of the flower. And this is the stalk. This is getting attached to the plant. Okay, so you all have understood that anther and filament together we call it as stamen, stigma, style, and below, that is inside this, okay, that is the below region, we call it as pistil, that is the female part of the flower. Okay, hope you all have a clear idea that what all the things you have learned in this video. Okay, thank you children.